Good morning from Montana. We are deer hunting. We've got our dream team again, John, Tyler, and I. We drove all the way over here yesterday and backpacked in pretty much during the night to get up to this ridge where we wanted to access. Gained us probably an hour and a half of walking in every morning, and we are up here glassing. We found a really good spot. We dug out. We were planning to keep moving, just keep working this ridge, packing up camp and keep moving. But then we kind of decided we'll have like a little spike camp there and then just keep moving a lot faster every day. So we dug out a really nice spot. We were up here glassing. We've seen 6 does. We saw one animal. It was a deer. We didn't know what it was, and we saw a little 2-point buck down in the bottom. So we're hoping we can find some more deer in here. We're just glassing and seeing what we can find though. But pretty excited. We've got 6 days in here. If we don't, we're gonna hunt this area for a couple days, and if we don't find stuff that we like, we'll probably move on. But pretty exciting to be deer hunting again. So hopefully we'll turn up some better bucks on that little 2-point here in a little bit. We're just cruising on this top and spotted a bunch of deer way off. Glass back down, there's a buck and a doe. We're getting the spotter on it real quick. Didn't look like a terrible buck, it wasn't huge, we can't really tell, so we're gonna get the spotter and the phone scope on it and see what it is. It's bigger than that buck. That doesn't take a whole lot though. He's not a bad buck. He's not really big though either, huh? We all kind of split up for a little bit. Gonna go glass different little drainages. A lot of country to glass here. So instead of all of us going back and forth crossing the ridges, we all just kind of picked a place. We're all walking that way and seeing what we can find. I just spotted another small buck, like a little 2-point way up the hill. But they're moving. The bucks are definitely cruising, so that's good. We've been making our way on these edges, just glassing down into all this country. Just the last spot here spotted a little better than our smaller 2-point down here. There's a little 2-point down here. There's like a 2x3 over here, like a little 15-inch 2x3. We're watching them, and not as many deer as we were hoping, but there's still so much country that we can't see, and it's all broken up really well. So we're just gonna keep blasting and moving and finding different little spots and sitting down and seeing if we can spot and find a little better buck. We need better bucks. You guys, it's crazy how fast things can happen. I just shot a pretty dang nice buck. We were back where I last videoed, was probably 10 minutes ago. We were working our way up, and then Tyler looks up, and right underneath this rock there's a buck. And he's like, "Oh, shoot a buck." So I was like, "Will you shoot him?" And he's like, "You shoot him." And we kind of decided that I was gonna be first shooter unless it was 180. This is the first time I've ever killed anything with these guys. So, dang, but he still should have shot him.
No.
But I'm happy you didn't. But we were down off over here, and all you could really see was just his head. So I left those guys, circled up around over here, and got set up to where I had a good shot on him. And Tyler got the phone scope on him. I didn't even know he was gonna phone scope. It was like one of those things, like he had seen us. I got over to 450 yards, laid down, ranged him, and I could see his whole body from the phone scope. All you can see is pretty much his head. and just thumped him. So
Yeah.
dude, we were just talking. It's so crazy how fast things can change. We were all kind of not let down, but like we were expecting to see more deer down here, and it's our first day. We shouldn't have been like that. Like, even I was like, I told Ty when we were walking over here, I was like, man, my standards might go down a little bit, and I'm like, why? It's like the first day, it shouldn't. But we gotta get up there, and it's the pressure is gone. Like, one of us has got one shot, and man, the old 7 PRC, the Sig Sawtooth, has been putting a hurting on animals this year. So I'll kind of show you guys how I was set up, and like they were way off to my right down below, but we've got a buck down. Where you guys were, I circled way around, and then I learned like from the antelope hunt, and like when I told you like yours, like, oh, I think you're almost better to like just keep moving till you know you're good.
Yeah.
Instead of like getting set up and then you know you're not right. So like I was working my way up, and like he could see me, like he could see down to here. And like I just got to where I knew I could get set up, and then I had the bipod out, and like it was a little bit of grass going through. And I was able to like, I put this under here and put my vinyl harness just like that, and I was so freaking steady. It was like there's a doe just came up on the hill, just looking for her boyfriend. But man, it was pretty dang sweet to just, I literally saw him drop in the snow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I even right here, I probably should have went up.
Do you think
like 4 yards, and I would have had a little clearer shot?
I think he wasn't long before he was gonna bust.
No, he was getting close, and I was like, my heart was racing pretty good, and I was like, I ranged him again, because I ranged him before I got down, and when I laid down, I ranged him again just to verify. Because I would have hated to like miss because I misranged something.
Yeah.
We have a 2x3. We just got done talking, and a 2x3 came over the hillside. These bucks are moving. So we could go shoot this buck pretty easy. He's not a bad buck, but after seeing like a buck like I just shot,
that buck just got the word that that buck's dead,
oh,
so he's moving in on.
He's moving with the doe.
Yeah,
it's like
he's not done.
I heard a gunshot. I'm gonna go see which buck got shot so I can go steal his doe. Oh, dude, that's a nice buck. That's a stud. That's awesome. You guys, it's pretty awesome. We just got done taking some pictures and stuff, and the plan is these guys are gonna go hunt, try to find another deer while I break this thing down. Probably what I'll do is I'll get it in game bag and I'll put it up in these rocks, and then I'll go meet up with them, and then we'll grab this buck on the way back out of here. So that way we're all just sitting here, which the good thing the rut's on, like you never know when you're sitting, things can go, but they can keep going and checking out new country, and I'll get this thing broke down. All right, I got this buck broke down. Got a couple quarters hanging there. The rest just had to settle in some rocks with some air going underneath them. And it'll just be here until we come back by tonight. So I'm gonna go see if I can find John and Tyler. And yeah, pretty awesome morning so far. Great buck, feels good to get one off our shoulders, and the weight has been lifted. Now it's time to go find a couple more.
Little beef stroganoff.
You got a deer?
Mid-bed, huh?
You got a deer spotted?
Look at it.
Is it big?
It's not huge, but take a look.
What is he?
I still can't see him real good, but he's got 4 on one side and I think 3 on the other. I'm not totally sure. Inside his ears, though. I don't know.
Alright guys, that buck got up. Looks like it's a 4x3, and he warrants a little better look. So we are dropping down in. We've moved a long ways away from camp, but so far, knock on wood, this country's not been terrible. as far as super steep hiking until I step off this cliff right here. But we're gonna make a move and decide if we want to shoot him or not. Well, I just said it wasn't super steep, and we came up to a cliff, so it's pretty steep.
Little 3x2.
We just got cliffed out, and we turned around and there's a buck working his way up through the trees. He must have saw us trying to come down here. A little 3-point. So now we're trying to decide if we want to cross back and see if we can get down in there.
I think we stay up this way.
We gotta find a place to get across this cliff. You guys, real quick, I wanted to jump on here and thank you guys so much for watching our content. I know there's a lot of hunting content out on YouTube, and so the fact that you guys are watching our channel, I really appreciate it. The head-to-toe giveaway we have going on with Black Ovis is still going on. Every dollar that you spend on Black Ovis using our code Switchback10, you're gonna be automatically entered into win the head-to-toe giveaway. I went through and picked out some of my favorite layering items from Black Ovis, and we created this head-to-toe giveaway. And it's as easy as that. All you have to do is shop Black Ovis, use our code, and you're gonna be entered in to win. If you guys are not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that alert bell, leave a comment on every episode of this year's Icon Tour, and you're going to be automatically entered in to win a Sig Cross Sawtooth Chamberlain 6.5 Creedmoor. Awesome little rifle, and it's as easy as that. All I have to do is leave a comment. I love engaging with you guys. I read all the comments, respond back to all the comments, so I appreciate that. And yeah, that's all you have to do to be entered in to win a brand new rifle from Sig Sauer. After this episode, we are down to our last 3 episodes of this year's Icon Tour. Another Montana video, Wyoming late season rifle elk hunts, absolutely amazing. So you guys hit that subscribe button. We'll check with you guys next week.
It's a little buck.
Is it an antelope, you think?
Pronghorn.
Yeah, probably actually.
Alright, new plan. We're gonna hunt that direction that buck is tomorrow. And he's a nice buck, he wasn't huge. And so it's about 2:30. So we're gonna hunt our way back to my buck and then grab my buck, and then we'll hunt our way back to camp. So after we saw that buck down here when we got cliffed out, we're like, maybe we'll find something else on the way back, and then tomorrow hopefully we have the same issue we had this morning. We shoot a buck on the way, but if we don't, we're gonna go all the way over there. Just spotted another 2x3 buck, decent 2x3, down up over here in this drainage. So far there's been, 4 bucks in this drainage? Yeah, there's the bigger 4x3. I had a little buck with it, and there's another 2-point bedded down over here, and this 2x3.
There's another one.
And Tyler just saw, is it a buck or a doe? Does it have antlers?
Dang, that's in a good spot.
No, we're gonna look see what this one is. It's quite a ways different from where that 2x3 was in the rocks, but I'm gonna try to see what it is. Maybe it's a giant.
There.
Too.
What is that?
It's a 3-point on this side. I think it's that same 2x3. We just got back up to where I had the buck stashed, and we're gonna get things loaded up and continue hunting our way out. But kind of cloudy, overcast, cooling down quite a bit, but we're gonna get this thing loaded up and out of here. we are on the home stretch. Back to camp. And camp's a long ways, but for tonight, just back to camp. Tyler left his Onyx tracker going. Where my buck was shot was just over 5 miles from the truck. So tomorrow might be a longer day because where that one buck was, it's even further. So, but pretty good day. We're excited to get back to camp, get something to eat. We're all getting pretty hungry, and we have a plan for tomorrow. We saw a lot of bucks today, probably close to 15. So a lot of just smaller bucks, but pretty great first day.